Okay. Morning, everyone. Okay, my name is Charlene. Actually, I'm the technical support here in South Africa. And because Eben actually, he went to Durban for our industry access kind of the venue. So I will do the presentation today. Okay, so today actually I will introduce our access control and the video intercom operation. So I will use our MIMO product, our famous access control terminal as an example to tell you how to do the operation. Okay. So the first part I would like to introduce is our access control, and then we go into the video intercom. So for the access control, actually not only for our MIMO family, we also have like the controller, card reader, card, the exit button, and the locks. Yeah, so here we would like to have the introduction of our MIMO products, because actually the MIMO products that we can treat it as a terminal, like the controller, and we can also treat it as a reader. So for our face recognition terminal family, we have our project use and our eco serials. So the project use normally is a high level. So you can choose the devices according to your project skill, like how many faces in this project. Then you can choose a proper product. As for the eco, like the small to medium company, so they want to do the time attendance and this kind of the access control, so we can use the eco serials. So for the face recognition terminal comparison, so from the eco serials to the high level, even some face modules for our turnstiles. So we have the different models, and we also list what kind of the authentication way, the method we have, and what kind of the face capacity we have. So we can use this terminal comparison chart. We can choose it. Okay, so at the same time, we also have the temperature screening terminal. So since 2020, we have the COVID-19 this period. So every time we wanna enter the office and the shopping center, that we need the temperature screening. So this is why Hikvision, we also provide this kind of the temperature screening system. So for our MIMO products, we provide the temperature screening. So from this table, you can select according to your requirement. Okay, and for the MIMO product, we have our new product, the Iris. So this Iris is a new product that we can use the Iris to do the authentication, so which is much more accurate if you are the twins. For the normal MIMO product, it is difficult for the devices to recognize, but for the iris, because everyone gets the different iris, so it is easier for our MIMO product to give you more accurate detection. Okay, so for the MIMO face recognition, we also have this kind of the touch-free and these kind of the extension devices. So we just need to load our extension, then we can use a different like the Bluetooth and the QR code to scan. So this is also our new product that we are promoting. For the temperature screening, this is actually the hot product that we have the 671 and the A70 with a different application. And this one is Eco one, the 342 is a new one that we have the we supported the cloud time attendance management. So this one is Eco serials with time attendance function that if you wanna use a low unit to support, then we can choose a 342, this unit. Okay, so we also have the A340 and the T343. So this one is much cheaper and is a cost effective. So it's a small one that also build the basic function that you can choose as a small company. Okay, so the next part is related to our local operation. So this one, the operation, it is on the device itself. So let's see. The first one is exactly the thing that we need to activate our devices. Otherwise, we cannot enter the menu. So for the activate, we power on, but here we need to double check the spec because our MIMO terminal, we need to check the power supply, like the 12 volt, 1 amp, or even sometimes the big one, we need a 3 amp. So this is what we need to check before we power on. So sometimes we have the case, the client, they mentioned to us, the MIMO product is always rebooting. So we know, oh, this is a power supply is wrong. Yeah, so we need to find the proper power supply to power on the MIMO product. Okay, so for other steps, actually is the same that we need to activate the device on the page, and then we can select the language. After activating the device, we need to select the application mode. So normally we use the indoor environment. If we really need to install the MIMO product outside outdoor, so we have to choose the others application. At the same time, we can add the administrator. So for this system, for example, we need 1 or 2 administrator, so we can create here. Then we can log in the local. So we have 3 different ways because we already set up the administrator. So we can use face, we can use a card, and we even can use the password. So this one, we can enter the menu. So after that, you can see in our menu side, we have the user, access control, time attendance, communication, basic, biometric, data, and maintenance. Okay, so we can just check one by one. Okay, so for the communication, these settings, it is related to the wide network. So it's an IP address that we need to set up. Or if our devices support Wi-Fi, then we can enable the Wi-Fi function. At the same time, sometimes we need to set up the RS-485 to wire our logs or the readers. So we can use RS-485 or the wagon. But here, we need to double check because the wagon actually we have the direction. It is input or the output. So the mode is 26 or the 34. So this one we need to double check when we set up. And another one is actually the new function in our new firmware version. So it is an ISAP. So what kind of application we can use? sometimes we have the remote site, the network is different, but we don't have the VPN. So this kind of environment, we can use ISUP to register. There's no need to set up assign IP address. But for this kind of the situation, we need to make sure our port is working. Okay. So another one is related to our HIK Connect. So we can also register the HIK Connect as well. For the user settings, so I think most of you guys already have a try. So for the users, it's user management. So we can add the person and add the face. We can also add the card at the fingerprint. So the authenticated settings, we can use a device mode, and the user role is an administrator or not. Okay, so this is actually the picture that we show how to add a face. Okay, and if we give any administrator permission. And as for the access control parameter, so for our MinMo product, actually the main one, because we install at the door to control. So access control, it is the typical features. So for this access control, we have the terminal authentication mode and the reader authentication mode. So like I mentioned, the MinMo product, it is a terminal, but we can also use it as a reader. Okay. And if we have this kind of the NFC card, it's a remote authenticate card. That one, if we have, okay, we can enable that card. And the door contact. So this is related to, we need to use remain open or remain closed. So it is a NC or NO on the lock. Okay, so the open duration we can set up. So we need 5 seconds, 10 seconds, even longer, like 255 seconds. So this is actually the access control parameters setting. And then we have the biometric. So the biometric, actually, we need to select the mode. It is an indoor use or others, like when we activate the device. Okay, so the next part is quite important. So we have the face liveness level. If we need to use anti-spoofing this function. So if we set up the level higher, that means it is difficult for the some suspect. They want to use just the picture to open the door. So this is quite important for our client to use. And the face recognition interval. So this is actually the time between the same face authenticating. So for example, if we want to swipe twice, we want to use the face recognition twice. So during 1 minute, we're not allowed like this kind of settings. So we also have the face one by n or 1 by 1. So for the security that we can set up for the accept rate and the reject rate. And the eco mode, that means the device will use IR camera to authenticate face in the low light or the dark environment. So we can set up this thing as well. And another thing, maybe I need to introduce here. So if you have any questions, for example, like if you have some issue on site, so we will always ask you a common question. What is your unit model? What is your serial number? which firmware you're using. So all of these functions, the detail we can find in maintenance. Okay, so this is related to the access control. So normally after the whole setting on the local, so you can use it as an access control unit. Okay. So for the second part, it is related to the video intercom. Okay, so still the thing that I would like to introduce a product and the operation on local and the IVMS 42. So for the IP video intercom, we have the stainless and some new product we have. So normally for the video intercom, we need two parts. So one is a door station and the second one is the indoor station to communicate. So for the door station, we can also divide it as a doorbell, villa door station, or module door station, or even sometimes it's a department door station. So this actually we can all name it as a door station because we install outside. Okay, so for the indoor station, we have all-in-one that Android system built in that Android tablet. And then we have our high-level indoor station and the eco door station. So this is actually our product. So let's see the system topology. So for example, we have the apartment and there's a lot of users. Then we need to install the indoor station at home. And then we have the door station outside. Sometimes for the security guard, we also need to install the master station. Okay, so this one we can also link our cameras to the indoor station to see. And then we have the villa station. So I think this is more applications in our South African market. So we have the villa, then we use a door station and sometimes different gateway. So different gates, main gate. So we use a main door station or the sub door station. And then we have indoor station for the different rooms. We use indoor station extension. Okay, so for the end user, they will use HIK Connect app. So for the IP video intercom, the product family, we have the door station, indoor station, and the master station. So let's see. So for the door station, we have the Ultra one and the Pro series that we can choose according to our requirement. Okay. And this one actually is a new product that we realize the facial recognition. So we can even use the face in the future to recognition to open the open the door, or we use our face, we can see the face directly. And then we have the new one, like the villa door station, the doorbell. Okay, and this one actually we have the one button even to 4 button. So according to the requirements for the villa application. And then we have the modular door station. So the modular door station now, we know we have the main unit built in the camera. So we link the modular door station to our indoor station. Then we can see outside. And then we actually have a new product. So for this one, we combine the keypad, the card reader, and also the display that module together, all 3 in 1 this module. So we only need one module to display everything. This is actually save a lot according to our client requirements. So if they wanna use a keypad mode, we just choose a keypad mode. If they wanna use a call button or advertisement mode, we can all support. So for these parts, I would like to show you the module door station installation. Okay, So after this installation video, here is also a kind of reminder, especially in the coastal region, we need to use waterproof glue to do outside to make sure there's no water coming through. So for this part, this is quite important because we have met some cases. Actually, there's a water damaged because there's no waterproof. Yeah, so this part is just a kind of remind. Okay. So for the IPv2 intercom, for the door station, we have this kind of the common features. So the FOV is so wide with a high resolution, and we also supported the WDR, and the night vision you can also see is very clear. Okay. As for the door station, so most of our door station actually we support to add it to the HIK Connect mobile app. So we can remotely open the door, we can answer the calls, ringings. Yeah, and then we can see all the logs and the events. Okay, so that is our door station. And then we have our indoor station family. So we have this kind of the Android indoor station is built in the Android system. And then we have our normal that indoor station, the Pro serials and then value serials. So according to your requirements, we can choose a different module. Here, I would like to address our new and all-in-one indoor station. So actually, we did some Android version upgrading from 9 to 10. Okay, so we also opened the platform for the third-party software app integration. Okay, so for the built-in this HIK Connect app, we already updated to the latest version. Okay, so here actually is a video related to the indoor station installation and the configuration. So we just take a KH-835 as an example, but it is a similar installation way. we power on, it is exactly that we need to create the password. After that, we activate the devices. So we can set up the language as well. The wide network, if your device supports the Wi-Fi, then we can also choose the Wi-Fi. So the indoor station, the type, if you want to use the indoor station, that means it's the main. If the extension, then it's the sub extension. So here actually, if we link some door station directly, so we can do setup for the network as well. If we wanna enable the internet device. Okay, so that's it. So you set up successfully, then you can receive the door station, the core now. Okay, so it is quite easy for the configuration way. So like the setting language and the set up the local network parameters, setting the room number, and if we need to add it to the HIK Connect, and then we can link the door station. So 5 steps, and you can get it work. So here, I would like to introduce a registration logistic. So sometimes we have the main door station, main indoor station, and we want some extension as well. So for the indoor extensions, we must register to the main indoor station. Okay, so the main indoor station, we need to register on the main door station. How about the door extensions? It's the same. We register on the main door station. So this is the logistic that we cannot change. But while our system is with our master station, then our main door station, we can register to the master station, and the indoor station, we can also register on the master station. Okay. So this is actually our video intercom product introduction and the local setup. So now let's move to the IVMS42 operations. So for the IVMS42, it's the thing that we need to activate the device and add the device to the IVMS42 firstly. So after that, actually, we can change and modify the network parameters. Input your password. Okay, so you can add it to the IVMS now. Okay, so when you see the status is online, that means you add successfully. Okay, so for the time synchronization, this is quite important. So we need to make sure the door station and the indoor station, they are in the same time zone and the same time actually. So from the IVMS42, we can go to the tool that we set up and choose everything, all the devices to do the time synchronization to make sure the time is exact the same. And then we can go to the remote configuration. So we can choose the remote configuration tool, the setting tools, and then we can get into the device. Okay, so it will show you the basic information and some settings that you can set up directly. So here is a system management and restore default settings. That means restore the settings, but the IP address and the password of the admin account, it doesn't change. But the restore all, that means everything to the factory, okay, including the activation password. So everything to the factory. And then we can do the remote upgrading. So we can choose upgrade firmware here and the language that we can change. Okay, so this is for both of our indoor station and outdoor station. And then we can check the modular door station. remember our modular door station that we need to our main indoor station that we need to register on the main outdoor station. So this is like the settings that we will set up. So firstly, we need to confirm the module. It is a main one or the sub one. Then we confirm the indoor station room number and record. Then we fill in the indoor station room number with a corresponding button. And then we fill in on the door station directly. So after that, so for example, you have the extension, then it is the video that we show you how to set up the extension configuration. So we need to change the serial number, which is like the 0, it is a main door station, and the 1 to 99, that one is a sub door station. So we can register the sub door station to the main door station. And another type actually is related to the door phone. It is a little bit different from the door station, normal door station. So, but for the settings, actually, it's similar that we need to confirm the main indoor station already related to the main door station, and we can call each other. After that, then we register the door phone station directly on the indoor station. So there's an option that we can see. So for the indoor station configuration, we just need to set up the room number, and then we register to the main door station, and also set up the type of the connected door station. Like if it is a villa door station or the apartment door station that we need to confirm. And as for the indoor extension station, so this one actually we need to select the device type. Like we set up the room number like 1 to 5, and then we choose the indoor station as the extension mode. Then it works. Okay. So from the IVMS 42, we need to figure out the logistic and register the indoor station, main indoor station to main door station, and set up, choose a different code for the indoor extension station or the door extension station. Except that door phone is a little bit different, but the similar that you can register to the indoor main station directly. Okay. Cool. Okay, so that's actually all of our operation today. Okay, thanks for your listening.